Welcome.
Dun, 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 dun. We've got the most essential thing we need right now, which is coffee. This is just pretty much you're welcomed into a conversation with us.
Yes.
Crazy, call you my baby, my pretty lady.
I have this like little spot in my room. This is my room right now. It's like just around the corner. And I have a photo of me when I'm little. And on the caption, I say, "Make her proud." Because it's so important to think like, what would the younger Riley want and what would make her proud? Because really that's what I should be doing. Like the younger Riley would be proud of a woman who's kind and like confident. But like so often, especially here in LA, like I moved from New Zealand and I moved here a year ago. And like when you go to a party, like what's the first thing like someone asks you is, what do you do?
Yeah.
It's like such an essential question, but in New Zealand the culture is entirely different. Like I've hung out with people multiple times and I actually have no idea what their occupation is, because that's not what's important, because you're not a human doing, you're a human being.
Right. And I think it's important to like separate ourselves from who you are and what you do. Like what you do doesn't define you. Even though acting is such a passion, it's also my success as an actor doesn't determine my self-value, and it's taken me a while to get there. And I can't really speak for other cultures, but in American culture, we set this up where from a young age you're like, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to be? Mentality that like you're not fully you until you become that thing. And I actually think our pastor Judah spoke about this one time in a sermon. It's like that's why you see so many successful people that have made it but are so miserable, because they have been working to get to this point, and then finally that thing that they had seen happens and they realize they're still the same person, and there's emptiness that comes with that if you have been putting all of your value in that thing. So I think it's really important to enjoy every step of the journey and have check-in moments of like, pat yourself on the back.
I paid rent.
I paid rent this month. I took a shower this morning.
I actually saw my phone this morning and I literally had a reminder on my phone saying shower.
Yeah, we kind of just like skimmed over that in the moment. Can we talk about this more? Like, do you remind yourself to shower every day, or like?
No, it was just this morning because I wanted my hair to look cute.
That's so funny.
What you were saying before about like we want to get so much to our destination, and like we struggle with like on the journey there's so many miracles that happen but we don't see them because we're so focused on this one place. What I was like envisioning when you were saying that is like someone like climbing a mountain. Imagine like Sir Edmund Hillary, he's the first man to climb Mount Everest. He talked about how like every now and again he would stop and look around and be like, wow. Like look at the bottom, like I got all the way up here.
Right.
Like we need to celebrate how far we've gotten, even if you're like in a difficult situation and you made one small decision of courage today. Stop as you travel up the mountain of life. Stop, look back, and celebrate.
That's so good. And I also think when you're on a hike, there's like really intense places of inclines, and then you get to a flat space and you're like, ooh, and you catch your breath for a little bit and you look around at how beautiful where it is and how much higher you've come. And when you're on this journey, like we do need rest, and that's something that I am really bad with, is like finding times to rest. And sometimes it can feel like laziness for me, but I've been being put in like intentional situations where I was literally forced to slow down, like whether that was me being sick or just like
the world is like stop.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I just need to chill for a second, and it helps you have like endurance to keep going and enjoy every step of the way.
One of my mottos in life is that I've been thinking about a lot recently is I wrote it down in my journal when I was really young, like 12, and it's called 3 seconds of courage. It's like every day I try to choose 3 seconds of courage. It's like 1, 2, 3. But in those 1, 2, 3 seconds, you can do so much. Like you can send that text to somebody you wanted to reach out to. You can say sorry, or thank you, or you can like kiss that girl that you've really been wanting to.
Get involved there.
But it's like every day, choose 3 seconds of courage.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's making me realize like what do I need to be more courageous in? Just waking up and deciding 1, 2, 3 today I'm gonna rest.
Yeah, that is
lot.
Courageous. Like I said, that's something I struggle with, is feeling like rest is laziness, but rest is actually so constructive. That's another thing we've talked about too, is just learning how to say no to people and setting that boundary. You've said this, a no to someone else is a yes to you. And it's like if I don't take time to fill up my cup, then I'm not going to have anything to pour over to other people.
That's so good.
It reminds me of the summertime, way back in 2003. Hey, I've been chilling on the coast with